I don't be with him, he's so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard. When I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that big of the guile? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels.
Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. Super Bowl 56.
First time in almost 30 years, the big game is back in Los Angeles. Super Bowl 56 underway. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On 1st and 10, Watson. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 58 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Touchdown, Houston, with the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed.
And to anyone who gets concerned when they see a quarterback running with the football, you just let him be himself. Let him be him. And I guess what you'd say there is hard to hit what you can't catch.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Albert Okuebuna, 56 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7.
Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. when you scored points, it's a whole lot better.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover, but I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson, and he'll find Hall. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. Again, it's Watson. Flushed out right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
23-yard line.
Watson looks to throw again. And this one is incomplete.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Out of the gun, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. He's got the first down and more past midfield. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 36 yards on the play. But what made that toss out to the right so successful? Because it looked pretty easy.
A belief in the play. An absolute execution by all 11 on the offensive side of the ball. Everyone took care of their assignment, but the reason they did so, every time that play is called, they think it's going to go for big yardage. It's their staple play, and they love to run it.
He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 27, Prescott. Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Texans 5-yard line.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports.
10, Cowboys 7.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Third and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Prescott to throw this time, eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Good job.
2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. And he knocks it through.
Good. Makes the score Cowboys 14, Texans 10.
The touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 17-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Watson on first down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball. Isaiah Coulter, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
That's into the hands of Isaiah Coulter. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
from just shy of midfield. Watson, it's wearing the tight end with it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
29-yard line.
On first down, Watson. Flush to his right. And that's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw again. Watson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run the counter. Pollard. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 2nd down, Pollard. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. That's complete, Okuegbuna. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. They'll run with Pollard. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Brings Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit. This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going. He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel
under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Ross Blacklock able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Forced out to his left and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
3rd and 8.
Prescott now from the 50. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
For Amari Cooper, incomplete. Bradley Roby on the cover.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Desmond King back deep. It's away, and it's a high kick here, but not high enough to hit the scoreboard here in Dallas. So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
Prescott on 1st down. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Prescott, a quick throw caught by Cooper.
Nice play, man.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. A quick toss outright. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. A shotgun snap for Watson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. He's got it, and it's 24-17.
Makes the score Cowboys 24. Texans.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10
at their own 26. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. It's caught at the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play here for Dallas. 53 yards.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Dak Prescott taking it in. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Taken in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On first down, it's Watson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
From the gun, here's Watson. He sets to fire deep. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Open man is QT, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. To the air yet again, Watson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings
off of play action, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll start with the option. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Watson eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Cowboys 31, Texans.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead. Fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy within reach. That's caught at the 25.
Oh, we got plenty of fight, baby.
Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big-time play there for the Texans. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Operating from the gun, Watson. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself,
and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans get a bit closer.
Lining up for the extra point.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Cowboys 38, Texans 24.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
1-yard line.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott flushed out right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. A really really nice gain of 25 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. 20, 10, and they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. What a moment for him, a pick six in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick sixes over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick six, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison to the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended? That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all, and what a play here. Another pick six in the Super Bowl. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring it up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. That's out to the left and complete. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
Escaping the pressure right. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! Albert with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Good. Oh, none of that. Makes the score Cowboys 45, Texans 31.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Isaiah Coulter, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 52 yards. And the Texans draw a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They got the ball to the outer third of the field, but they could not seal that edge and lost yardage.
And I love how you brought that up, because sealing the edge is often a function of the offensive tackle on the line of scrimmage, oftentimes a tight end, maybe your H-back, someone to set the edge at the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to get to. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
First down, Pollard. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Here's Pollard again. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Here's Pollard. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And the Dallas Cowboys will hoist the Lombardi Trophy. They are the kings of the NFL. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity